Hello everyone, welcome to our academic. In today's video, we want to look at the entrepreneur. Who is an entrepreneur? That's what we want to ask ourselves. So we have a few points to look at today. And one is, what is an entrepreneur? Two, what is entrepreneurship? Three, characteristics of an entrepreneur. And then benefits of an entrepreneur. So that's what we want to look at today. So we're asking ourselves, who is an entrepreneur? So we're saying an entrepreneur is a person who sets up a business, mobilizes all the factors of production, say such as capital, land or labor, to produce goods or services, bearing most of the risks with a view of making a profit. All the business people that you've seen out there start a business putting in mind that perception of profits. However, but they bear all the risks. Whether the business collapses or succeeds, they bear all the risks. That's what we are saying right here. So they start a business with a projection of making profits. However, all the risks are upon them. We're saying, what is an entrepreneurship? Entrepreneurship, this is now a vehicle where we see an entrepreneur using to reach his goals. So we are saying entrepreneurship is the willingness to start a new business. The concept of developing and managing a business venture in order to gain some profits by taking several risks, as we've earlier said. So it's a vehicle, it's an act, it's a process of starting a business and running that business from the start to its success. So that's what we call entrepreneurship. So it's a vehicle where an entrepreneur runs, or where an entrepreneur moves from a start to the end. So let's look at number 3. One is characteristics of an entrepreneur. How would you tell that this is an entrepreneur? Number one, we're saying these are problem solvers. They do solve problems. They identify a problem, they solve it. And when you solve problems, you become rich. I want to tell you that. Any problem that has been solved by humankind has made that person rich. We go to all the richest people, our business, our entrepreneurs, who started something to solve a problem. Their mobility, that's a car. Someone started it to solve that problem, and they're making lots of money. The mic I'm using right now to talk to different kind of people, it's a problem solved, and someone's making money. 2, they are creative. These are people who are creative, and they start something. They create something out of nothing. They think of something. Their minds are always creative. How to run a business, how to package a product, how to produce a product. So you must be creative for you to call yourself an entrepreneur. 3, innovative. They are innovative. They innovate things. They start up things. They do things that you even don't think about. So they're innovative in nature. For you to be an entrepreneur, you must be innovative in nature. 4, risk taker. They do take risks. And with these risks, as we said earlier in our definition, that they bear all the risks of any business. So it's either succeeds or collapses. And they will bear all those risks. They are risk takers. And if you're not afraid of taking a risk, then my friend, you're an entrepreneur. But if you are afraid, that's a lie. You're not an entrepreneur. 5, information seeker. As we earlier saw, for you to start a business, you need information around that area. What gives you the confidence to do something? That's information. You must seek it. So we're saying entrepreneurs are information seekers. 6, they're goal oriented. They do set goals to achieve. They start a business and they want it to be somewhere. So they chase those goals. I want my business to have this amount of money, to grow at this, right? To expand at this point, to be able to do A, B, and C. So they're always chasing those goals in their businesses they have started. 7, they're persuasive. These are people who will use all the tongue, all the language, or in their vocabulary to convince you to do certain things, to convince you to buy. They're marketeers, in other words, they're salesmen. They're business people. Business people are salespeople. Business is all about sales, so you must learn the language of persuading people to do what you want them to do, to buy what you want them to do. Lastly is 8, and that is opportunity seeking. When you place them anywhere in the planet or anywhere on earth, they always find an opportunity in that area. And then others will be amazed and shocked. Hey, you mean this was happening? Oh God. And this person has started and is making money out of us. So the opportunity seekers, and they seek opportunities. So briefly, those are the characteristics, and quite a lot and many others, but these are the few characteristics that we managed to pull out. If you identify yourself as an entrepreneur, do you have all those, or do you have some of those characteristics? Please, that's a question. Let's look at the benefits of entrepreneur. As an entrepreneur, as a person who starts businesses, what do you stand to gain from this? What are the benefits of an entrepreneur? If you want to become one, what are the benefits if you become one? So right now we are saying it helps them to increase income. This helps them to increase income. Why? Because they have developed a business that profits. So they end up increasing income for themselves. And that's why we've seen the richest people are entrepreneurs. You've never seen someone who's rich who is not an entrepreneur. They're entrepreneurs. They start something and they make money out of it. The richest people that we're talking about are entrepreneurs too. These entrepreneurs do encourage development in an area. All the developments that we see in an area are started by entrepreneurs. The good shops that you have in your locality, the restaurants, the petrol stations, the saloons, the grocery stores, mention them. All this is started by an entrepreneur, and this actually leads to the growth and development of that place. If entrepreneurs are not in a certain area, definitely that place will not grow. So we are saying they have a big role in the growth and development of a certain area. 3, they encourages creativity and innovation. We are saying it's part of their characteristic. They are creative and innovative. So they do encourage. We always look up to such people, and then we are forced to create more, because if they can do it, then you can do it. So we end up picking from them and then creating more. And then we're also saying they get freedom and independence. It's different from a person who is employed, because you have to report for 9 to 5 job. You have to be assigned to certain work, whereas an entrepreneur has all the time. He can do whatever he wishes to do because he's the boss of himself or herself. So they have the freedom and independence to do what they want. Then lastly, this leads to permanent address. They get permanent address as they start businesses. All these big companies have permanent addresses. You mention of Coca-Cola, you mention of Total, you mention of factories, mention them. They do have permanent addresses. So this helps them to also get permanent addresses. So when you become an entrepreneur, this is some of the benefits that you are yet to get. So they want to end here, and then in the next segment we shall look at more about an entrepreneur.